Crazy and revolutionary news came in. Tesla, the mighty Tesla, bought $1.5 billion of Bitcoin. And they plan to accept Bitcoin as a method of payment within the Tesla ecosystem. So this is really crazy because Tesla is aka Elon Musk, and we all know Elon Musk. He's a legend. He's got one of the biggest followings in the world, and people just love Tesla. People love Elon Musk, and I mean $1.5 billion is a lot. So why did they do it? First of all, we all know Elon Musk is different. Elon Musk opens gates to the unthinkable. And a few years back, this would have been like, no ways, this would never happen. A few years back, Bitcoin was known as this little scam. Nobody understood it. And now all of a sudden, an S&P 500 company, one of the biggest companies in the world, puts $1.5 billion into this new element of blockchain, and which is now Bitcoin. It's crazy to think that this happened. And it could also be a reason why they did it could be because of it's a play on growth. If you look at Michael Saylor, so one thing he focuses on a lot, I mean, he's the CEO of MicroStrategy, and they are just pouring money into Bitcoin. And he says that if you look at fiat currencies, it's a depreciating asset. You're losing about 15% year on year, where Bitcoin, if you look at the history, it's got an annual return of about 200% year on year for the past decade. So that's what he focuses on. And he says you're moving with fiat currency, you're moving from a depreciating asset to an appreciating asset when you invest in Bitcoin. So this is big. So my predictions for what is going to happen now and in the future is basically 5 things. And I've done a video as well on what is Bitcoin actually and other predictions. So you can have a look at that. Before we get into the predictions, my name is Igor van Biljon. I'm the founder and CEO of FinMeUp. FinMeUp, we've got a financial education app, and our vision is to take you from education to actually execution in your financial journey. So in the whole process of that, we've got the FinMeUp app, various cool features, valuable features. We've got stock picks, which is all about equipping the retail investors. We've got podcasts, we've got daily quizzes, we've got summarized news, we've got courses. It's all on there, the FinMeUp app. So my predictions for what is going to happen now. First of all, other corporates will follow. The reason for that is the management of the various companies will be pressured into doing it from shareholders. I mean, if you look at Michael Saylor's event from MicroStrategy, he had more than 1,700 enterprises joining his event of why the corporates should put their balance sheet into Bitcoin. And I mean, that's probably why Tesla did it as well. So it's that FOMO factor. Shareholders will ask management, listen, why do you have no money in Bitcoin? And they will become under pressure to actually do it. If you look at Square is doing it, PayPal is getting into Bitcoin. There's just so many different companies now getting into Bitcoin, as well as accepting it as a payment. So this could be really big because remember, Elon Musk has a cult-like following. What he does, people love. What he brings out, people use it, people love it. And this is groundbreaking. So the second prediction that I have is, so the first one was that other corporates will follow. My second one is that retail investors will follow. So these are the Robin Hoods of this world. EasyEquities, Robinhood, eToro, all these various platforms where you can invest and trade. So retail investors will follow because like I said previously, Elon Musk is like the hero. He's the legend of the century. He is what he wants people to do, people end up doing it. Look at Tesla's share price. And now he opened the gates to confidence, and it made it so much less risky to invest in Bitcoin. Because now you've got these big institutions, $1.5 billion of one company into Bitcoin. And personally, I think they're going to keep this for 5-10 years. The reason for that is, why would you just, as a big company, invest it and 4 weeks later you withdraw that investment? Then shareholders will be like, okay, so you don't really know what you're doing. So that's one thing. It creates a lot of stability. And that's my third prediction. over time, Bitcoin will become less and less volatile as the institutional buying increases. Institutional buying is like the MicroStrategy, ETFs, Tesla. So that's an example. The more big investors get in that trade less, the less volatile the asset becomes. And the wider it is accepted as a store of value or digital gold or payment or currency or whatever, the less volatile it will become. And we all know Bitcoin is extremely volatile. It can go up 40% one day, 50% down the next day. So that is why, personally, my strategy with Bitcoin is long-term. So we'll get into the strategies just now. So that was my third prediction, that Bitcoin will become less volatile. My fourth prediction is we will see another dip. Like in history, nothing ever just goes up vertically. You'll get ups and downs, but over the long term, you must look at the trend. Is it going up or is it going to go down? And personally, I believe it's going to go up. But we will see another dip, and that's where the strategy of dollar cost averaging comes in. So let's say you want to get into Bitcoin now and you don't have any Bitcoin yet. The strategy I would follow is you buy a little now, but you set out a plan. You're going to buy once a week or once a month, whatever, to space out the duration of when you are buying Bitcoin. The reason why it's called dollar cost averaging is because when you see the dips, you continue buying in those dips. So your average purchase price decreases. So that is the best strategy, I'd say. And then my fifth prediction is, do I believe that Bitcoin will reach $100,000 a Bitcoin? Yes, I do. In how long? I have no idea. But personally, I think, and you can see that prediction video I made previously, but personally, I think that we'll see it later in this year, 2021. And I mean, it's still below $50,000 as I'm recording this. So that's just my prediction. And it's actually a guess. Nobody can see the future. Nobody knows what's going to happen. But the more and more I see what's unfolding, the more convicted and convinced I become that Bitcoin is, it's a good investment. But there are a lot of risks still. So keep that in mind. So let's just have a look at a few questions, short and powerful, and strategy. So, would I ever go all in on Bitcoin? No. Do I have Bitcoin? Yes. How much Bitcoin do I have? Currently around 16% of my portfolio. Is that risky? Yes, it is. Why is that so much? Well, I've seen the appreciation of the asset. It's grown. So it is risky, yes. Is it becoming less risky as I continue holding? Yes, it is. If you look at all the factors happening. Do I believe it will be more valuable in 3 years' time? Yes, I do. How certain am I of that? Well, nobody knows. How much do I think is the ideal position on an investment portfolio in Bitcoin? I'd say around 5%. The reason for that is you have limited downside in your overall investment portfolio. So let's say, the crap hits the fan, you're still safe. Because if you lose 5% of your total investment portfolio, it's not going to ruin your life. But if you have 5% and you're convinced that Bitcoin has a lot of potential and your risk versus reward ratio is attractive, then you still get the exposure to the potential upside with Bitcoin. So where can you buy Bitcoin? Personally, I have a Luno account, which is most of my Bitcoin and Ethereum. You can have Valor, which is VALR, or EasyEquities. You can buy the EC10 token, which gives you diversification in the cryptocurrency space, which is basically like ETF for cryptocurrencies, the largest 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap in direct proportions. So that's on EasyEquities, by the way. There's a link in the description. If you don't have an EasyEquities account, you can sign up there through that link. And after your first deposit, EasyEquities will also give you a nice and lekker EasyEquities voucher. Can you lose money with Bitcoin? Yes, you can. Can you make money with Bitcoin? Yes, you can. So what's the moral of the story? Ask yourself, is the risk versus reward ratio appealing to yourself? And do you understand, if you want to invest in Bitcoin, why are you buying Bitcoin? So go on the fundamentals. We have a cryptocurrency and Bitcoin theory course on FinMeUp. That is where I learned most of my knowledge on cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and what actually swung me to purchase it. So have a look at that, because if you don't truly understand why invest in something, your emotions will get the better of you. When you see one big headline, you're going to be like Chicken Genius Singapore says, a donkey, and just sell, and later on that thing will just go up again. So understand what you are buying. And then when you buy, be patient. Stick to the plan and try to ignore the headlines. I know that's difficult, but just try. Have a great day. And tell us in the comment section below, do you own Bitcoin? Who do you think is the next corporate to follow, and will they follow? For example, will Apple, will Facebook, will Google, will Disney put some of their money into Bitcoin like Tesla did? Let us know what you think, your opinion. Do you own Bitcoin? Is it the future? The more content you create as well, the better for the entire community. So let us know what you think, and subscribe to our channels, download the FinMeUp app, join the community. Have a great day. Cheers.